All right, folks, welcome back to PrepperNow. I want to talk about something I'm not really seeing other people talk about, but this just came out, and it is a major recall of some food that some of you might be using for preps and stuff. As we all know, in an SHTF, we want protein. And, the toughest thing about prepping is you want protein, but you also want it to be good protein. You don't want it to be, stuff that's above the level of dog food. And sometimes you just prep things to have it. We have prepped a lot of the Hormel chili, the no beans. And Hormel is not great stuff, but it lasts a long time. And in a major emergency would be enough to get us through until we got things set up. So they have another product that they call Dinty Moore. And Dinty Moore is very much sold all over the country and in your usual stores, Walmart, whatever. And they're based out of Georgia, but they are recalling 256,185 pounds of canned beef stew. Okay, so this is something that many of you, I've had a Dinty Moore beef stew can in the past myself. It has supposedly been contaminated with foreign material or wood. So somehow, when they were producing this stuff, it had got some wood in there. And so the manufacture date is February 4th with a best buy date of February 2028, and it is lot code T02045. And these have been shipped out all over the country. So 256,185 pounds is a massive amount, and it is being recalled. So there have been no confirmed reports of any injury or anything of the consumption of it, but anyone concerned who has eaten it should contact healthcare providers, as they say, and all that. It is the 20-ounce metal cans of the Dinty Moore beef stew, and they're worried that it'll cause choking. They're worried that it'll cause, intestinal problems, all kinds of stuff like that. So it is 17,080 cases of this single code date of the 20-ounce because it has wood materials, and they're saying that no other of the products by Dinty Moore are affected. So this is a problem. We've had other things going on with our food. April 19th, there was an alert on pork carnitas from Cargill Meat Solutions in Texas. They thought that they were contaminated with metal, and they basically alerted people and said that equipment was damaged during routine checks and may have contaminated the products with metal. So earlier in April, Johnsonville recalled 22,600 pounds of their cheddar bratwurst. And this is just something that is going on and on and on and on. Like, our food is not getting any better. It's the food that we're being produced is being produced at a level of, quantity, not quality. They're doing all kinds of things to make it so your food stretches farther on their dime without having to spend a dime. I've heard reports of them taking out the Mylar sheath of the packaging. I've heard that, other things are going on where they're getting less and less with the packaging, which kind of can have the problem of keeping its best buy date intact. All of this is going on right now as all the people here in America and across the world are doing their level best to try to manage the inflation and the rising cost of food. We have all seen the shrinkflation. I mean, every time I feel like I go back to the store to get another big bag of dog food for my dogs, I've got two of them and they're big breed, I feel like the poundage goes down. You know, it used to be a 50, 55, now it's 52, and it's 48, and it's 46, and now it's 44, and I'm sure by the time it'll be 39.6 and whatever. I mean, it just goes down and down and down, but the price doesn't change. We have seen this with other things. We have seen this with all of our foods. Just, you know, you'll look and what used to be a 8 ouncer is now 24.7 or a 22.3, you know, and they don't really tell you. And then you take on the fact that a lot of the food that we're getting is mass produced, and it's just, you know, like I said, above dog food level. You're seeing a lot of other things happen. We're seeing a rise in cancers and a rise in diabetes and obesity and everything else, is because all the food we're eating is basically become mass-produced crap. And so the more you can do to fix your own food. Last night we had we got one of those big chickens that you get from Sam's Club, the organic. You know, we baked that off and had it with some vegetables because, well, the chicken was about $11-12, and, you know, the veggies were a few dollars, and for about $15, I fed the entire family about $3 each with some pretty good food, you know, healthy food. It's becoming tougher to do that. All of it is becoming tougher to do that. So if you have these products, please be looking around to see if you might have them in your cupboard, and also just, you know, be vigilant. Be out reading the reports, seeing what you can do. There's this group called the FSIS, and I'm sure they put out newsletters and other things of things going on that are of your concern, that you should be worried about for keeping your family and your food safe. So that's all I got for you right now. I'm going to try and do another one right before I leave. I'm going to be doing prepping videos, just kind of on situational awareness when you're out in public in a foreign country with your family. You know, just some things to consider just to start a conversation. I don't really know what else I can do as it pertains for my videos for the next coming week and a half. So I think that's what we're going to do, and just talk about traveling, and that way I can focus, which is the main thing about having a family overseas, so you can focus on them, but also give you guys some tips and start a conversation, because I know I saw in the chat, some people are going places, you know. You don't have to live your life in fear. You can go, you can leave and see the country, or, you know, you don't even have to go out of the country. You can go somewhere across the country and just have a good time, and you don't even have to spend money half the time. So we're going to be talking about all of that and how to just see the world, or, you know, take a little vacation. Everybody needs a break. So, all right, friends, God bless, and we will see you on the next one. Check out the links in the description. Subscribe Star and Locals. Please consider joining us there. And those are some nice communities that we've got growing, and put out material there every day, all day. Other than that, just love to see you on the next video. And check out X and Twitter and Minds and Gab and Truth Social. I'm on there as well. And we'll see you on the next one. God bless.